William, welcome to my podcast. Today I'm going to talk about the interview examination for the new candidate to School of Medicine. So the theme was around the role of a doctor, and the question were like, the role of the doctor is broad, encompasses many different quality, value, and attribute. So can you describe three quality you feel that they're the most for any prospective doctor, and justify why you feel so? So there were different answers for this. So somebody stated about the team working, trustworthy, integrity, honest, professionalism, respectful, attentive to their patient, listening with attention, and reflect back, put yourself in the shoe of the patient, being empathetic rather than sympathetic, should be fairness in your treatment to each patient, and should be having compassion as well, and resilience, and should be knowledgeable, and good communication skills, whether in the level of the patient or in the level of the colleague, which will reflect all of things that for the patient that you need to have establish a rapport and trustworthy, so the patient can open up to the doctor. And also in the level of the colleague, you treat each one with respect and appreciation. In order, if there is any things like conflict happen, you need to understand the other party point of view and try to resolve it in a nice, calm environment without too much argument, or because after all, it's always working for the best interest of the patient. And always for the patient, you need to understand how to calm themselves and maintain with a colleague the work balance and communication, because it's also you're going to deal with different branches or departments and different staffs, like in the multidisciplinary team, in order to convey things and approach to the right for the best interest of the patient. And for the patient, they might have something like anxiety or worrying or struggling to understand things, so you need to establish a deep connection with the patient in order to understand where this comes from. And also understand their needs, and it's always about, as I mentioned, recognizing if there's something gone wrong, and try to tailor it accordingly and work from that concept. And for the integrity and honesty, if something goes wrong, for instance, you need to apologize and explain what went wrong and correct it, and reflect on that, of course, in your journal. And so all of that, something that you need to mention, because it's part of the NSH core value and the GMC guideline. And also the doctor should be humble, humane in their acting, and their mindset. So they should be responsible with any action they do. They should be accountable and sense of responsibility, because this is one of the core value as well. And so they mentioned about leadership, because you need to think that how can think about helping the public and help out, and should be a place of trust. And so it's all about these teams, and you need to consult with your patient So if it comes to the GMC duty of doctor, they should be knowledgeable, skillful, and as per always for development, because medicine, after all, is evolving across the years, and we have to know that there are certain things which cannot wasn't done in the past. Now it has different take. So you need to provide a good standard of practice and care, and work within your competence, and keep the knowledge and skill up to date. For the patient and the communication, you need to respect each patient's dignity and treat them as an individual, listen to each patient as a unique case with a different case scenario, and work in partnership with them and support them in the care that they need to receive with the right information in order to decide for themselves. So it's informed decision, care. And you need also to protect the patient's personal information from improper disclosure. And the level of colleague and culture safety, you need to work with colleague in a way that serves the best interest of the patient, being willing to lead and follow circumstances as it requires, and also willing to share your knowledge, skill, expertise with colleague. You not need to hide or withhold something by through whether teaching, training, mentoring, coaching, and also treat people with respect and help create working and good healthy environment for the training and to be to upskill your knowledge. It should be a supportive environment and feel safe to ask any question and talk if there is any error that come up. So you need to be open and also act promptly if you think the patient's safety dignity might be seriously compromised. And also take charge of your own health, well-being needs, recognize when you need to do appropriate action, and if you feel that you don't fit for work. And for the trust and professionalism, you need always to act with honesty, integrity, open if then something goes wrong, as I mentioned early on. Protect and promote the health of the patient or the public, and never discriminate against anyone, whether it's patient or colleague level. And never abuse patient trust, new or new public trust in your profession. So all of that you need to think of. And then the second question about reflecting about the experience which has influenced you to apply for medicine. So everyone has a different take. Some, they mentioned that part of their work placement, they witnessed certain situation which had led them to think that medicine is a nice humane work, and they felt that they need to help patients and feel for them and ask for the best interest of patients. Some they give some examples about their own family member when they have issue and the hospital, and they felt they were supported by member of staff by explaining everything and making it easy for them. So this was one of the things that led some of the candidates to apply for medicine. And I'm just trying to think if something stood up with me from what I have heard. So, I mean, most of the candidates, they stated about their work placement. Obviously, they have like work placement arranged by their school before going to medicine, where they been exposed to different department, and that led them to the think of going to medicine, though I felt that the answer should be different rather than being in the work placement or the one offered. It should be something that has developed across the years from certain thing before even going to this stage. However, the answer can be fine as well. And then the last question was about what challenges could you feel, as you know, in the career of medicine, which could potentially poses, I mean, like for your personality, affect it and give a certain reasoning. So most of the candidates told about it's a long life journey and needs perseverance and commitment and updating always, and it can emotionally drain them because there's long shifts and long hours of work. And also, they didn't mention this, but some you need to answer like when you have certain situation was quite difficult, like in Lab 2, that you need to break bad news or dealing with grieving like death, for instance, member of family. So you need to have a way how you can deal with those kind of difficult situation. And also, it's a lifelong journey. You need always you have a lot of examination and training program in order to reach to the highest level. And also dealing with certain situation whereby you don't know answers and you need to figure out how you're going to find them. So maybe you need to, of course, seek your senior for advice and see where it goes. And some they said that they need to unload by putting like chunks of things, chunk and check technique, whereby they can put a list of things that they need to do for the day, and they need it, like, for instance, go for a walk or for a swim or for a gym or exercise in order to reset and recharge, and in order to act, sensibly and in sanity. And to meet the balance, of course, as well for the physical and mental well-being. So they have some stress coping technique, as I mentioned, chicken chunk thing. And also, if they knew that they are not feeling well, for instance, or they are under mental pressure or mental burnout, they can seek the mental support. So in order to distress and catch up the thing before it escalates, and not to put yourself in too much things that you can't cope with, or you don't have an expectation because you are not superhuman. And also, some they said it like the emotional stress can be too much heavy for the doctor, so they need to reach out for the NSH or maybe the website and ask for help when they feel the need to do so. Yeah, so it's a different variety of answers, and all of them they fall on the same theme, and with the principle of course, the medical ethic. I hope by that I just covered some of the points that I come across. I just thought of as well my mind in order to cover the role of the doctor. Thank you.